Good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Patmos, and it's been a couple of days since I've had the motivation to do a video, but I came upon something the other day that I thought was interesting that you might appreciate. We all know that different politicians have different demographic groups and characteristics that make up their base of support. Um, and it's interesting seeing who gravitates toward what president or toward what candidate. And it's interesting how this has changed over time. The issue of the educational level of the voter is interesting to me. And where do people of higher level of education vote, and for whom do they vote, as opposed to people who don't have as much education? Well, in the past, it was it wasn't necessarily clustered into one party. Back 25 years ago, the Republican Party tended to have slightly more educated people in the Republican Party. But it was, you found blue collar folks everywhere and educated folks everywhere and less educated folks everywhere. But something dramatic has happened in the last 25 years, and all of that is below in the text of this article. In the past 25 years, there has been a dramatic shift of uneducated voters migrating toward and gravitating toward the Republican Party. So much so that this is now called a diploma divide. If you look at where people of higher education, people with bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, PhD degrees, professional degrees, postgraduate studies, and so forth, people that are highly educated have all gravitated away from the Republican Party. They're mostly in the voting on with the Democrats now, and people of less education, less than high school education, are voting with the Republicans, and it's because of Donald Trump. Trump has said he loves the uneducated, and he's crafted an entire position that resonates with people who don't have much education. Now, let me say this here: just because someone doesn't have higher education doesn't mean they're not a good person, and it doesn't mean they're stupid. It may mean that they just haven't had higher level education. And just because someone has a PhD or two or four master's degrees, whatever it might be, doesn't mean they're a good person, and it doesn't mean they're smart. They can be dummies in their own way. But certainly, there's no question that higher education enhances your ability to think through things and to appreciate the world around you. And Donald Trump has managed to pull uneducated people toward him. There is a significant diploma divide. If you look now, the proportion of people of low educational status who support Donald Trump is overwhelming. And the people of high education don't support him. So I thought you might find that interesting. There's some interesting data in the text below. And I think it has gotten to the point where if you're a Trump supporter, others are going to look at you and say, this guy's not very well educated, is he?